Tiffany Haddish. Been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke.
My very first movie I ever did that I was a star in, I was homeless while I was shooting that movie. They were supposed to pay me $1,200 to do the movie. It was a non-union film, so there's nothing I really could do about it. They never paid me a dime. The producers gave me 10 DVDs and said, sell those, good luck.
The king has walked in and they have to respect it. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people.
We used to go to a lot of funerals back in the day because a lot of people were getting killed in our community. And so we would go to these funerals and, you know, be like, let's see if I can meet a guy. This is a perfect place to meet a guy. I want to know what your credit score is, because how good your credit score is probably how you gonna handle my heart.
I'm the introduction to Tiffany Haddish in the movie School Dance. The clip for School Dance has been seen more times than the movie has. That's just a fact.
Back in 2018, during a memorable interview, Katt Williams made some bold statements about Tiffany Haddish. He claimed that her success wasn't due to raw talent, but rather a carefully crafted story pushed by Hollywood. At the time, many dismissed his words as jealousy or just another one of Katt's outspoken rants. However, years later, the controversies surrounding Tiffany's career and public behavior have led people to wonder if Katt saw something others missed. Tiffany went from being one of Hollywood's rising stars to a controversial figure in comedy.
I think there's people that are afraid in allowing women to have control of their physical person.
Why do you think that?
Well, that's for the next comedy special.
Yeah.
After her breakout role in Girls Trip, she was praised for being fresh and authentic. But some, including Katt, pointed out that she hadn't consistently proven her comedic skills in stand-up. While many saw her as a star, others questioned whether she had the experience and talent to maintain that level of fame. So, was Katt just being bitter? Or did he spot the flaws in Tiffany's rise before anyone else? Let's go back to what he said and see if his criticism was a warning sign. In 2018, Katt appeared on V103's Frank and Wanda in the Morning and didn't hold back when the topic of Tiffany Haddish came up. Known for his unfiltered honesty, he questioned her ability as a stand-up comedian. One of his most talked about comments was, "Tiffany has been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't name your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke? Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back-to-back for an hour." His remarks sparked debates among comedians and fans. He argued that unlike other female comedians who had earned their place through years of touring and stand-up specials, Tiffany had yet to prove herself in that space. He also pointed out that Girls Trip wasn't a reflection of her comedic originality, but rather the work of strong writers. According to Katt, Hollywood had chosen her not because she was the funniest, but because she was willing to say whatever they wanted. Some people saw his words as unnecessary criticism from someone who was bitter about the industry, while others started to wonder if he had a point. At the time, Tiffany was being celebrated as the next big thing, but she hadn't hit the usual milestones that define top stand-up comedians, no iconic specials or sold-out tours. Over time, her public behavior started to attract more attention than her work, adding weight to Katt's early critique. One notable incident happened at Dodger Stadium where Tiffany got into a heated argument with a fan. The exchange was caught on camera and quickly spread online. Some fans thought she was just being playful, but others felt she was acting unprofessionally. It wasn't the first time her behavior in public spaces raised eyebrows, and people started noticing a pattern. Another moment that stirred controversy came during Usher's Las Vegas residency. Tiffany was seen dancing near Michael Jordan, but what really went viral was her exaggerated gesture of sticking her tongue out at Usher. Social media users flooded the internet with memes, calling her behavior cringeworthy and questioning whether she was acting appropriately for the setting. Some brushed it off as harmless fun, but others felt it was yet another example of her erratic public persona. The awkward moments didn't stop there. At the MTV VMAs, Tiffany grabbed attention again, this time for photobombing Shakira. Videos showed her trailing the Colombian superstar and repeatedly inserting herself into photos, even when it was clear Shakira wasn't comfortable. Fans on. Social media called the behavior creepy and desperate, with many questioning her social awareness. What might have started as a playful moment quickly turned into widespread criticism, making people wonder if Tiffany was struggling to read the room. While some defended these incidents as over-the-top humor, others saw them as part of a growing issue. Then, things took a much more serious turn when Tiffany found herself in legal trouble. She and comedian Aries Spears were sued over allegations of inappropriate content in comedy sketches featuring children. The accusations were disturbing, and although the lawsuit was eventually dismissed, the damage to her reputation was severe. The internet doesn't forget easily, and the backlash was intense. Tiffany tried to address the situation on Instagram Live, but her response, which included laughing off the accusations, only made things worse. Many people felt she wasn't taking the matter seriously, and her attempt to shift blame raised even more concerns. As these controversies piled up, people started looking at Tiffany's rise to fame differently. The questions Katt Williams raised years ago didn't seem so far-fetched anymore. Fans began wondering if her success was built on solid ground, or if Hollywood had simply placed her in the spotlight without her having the experience to back it up.
Very shocking allegations of child abuse against Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. A new lawsuit against the comedians have accused the comedians of using two child actors during the filming of a skit.
Tiffany Haddish says she deeply regrets acting in a comedy sketch that's resulted in a child abuse lawsuit against her and comedian Aries Spears. Today on Instagram, she wrote in part, "I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because there is an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. But clearly, while this sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all, and I deeply regret having agreed to act in it."
Tiffany Haddish made a name for herself with Girls Trip, but her career hasn't taken off the way many expected. While comedians like Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle have dominated the stand-up scene with major tours and specials, Tiffany's comedy career has stalled. She hasn't released a solo special that truly connects with audiences or gone on a significant tour. Her film and TV roles have also been underwhelming, often limiting her to playing the same loud, quirky character, instead of building on her initial success. Combined with public controversies, this has led to her being labeled a D-list celebrity, a term that often comes up when discussing her career online. As her reputation became more divisive, some fans started looking back at Katt Williams' 2018 comments about her. One person online said, "4 years later and I'm still waiting for someone to tell me their favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." Another added, "Everything Katt said was true. Hollywood hires based on looks whether we like it or not. And I'm still waiting for a good Tiffany Haddish joke." Katt's critique wasn't just about Tiffany. It was part of a bigger conversation about how Hollywood treats Black comedians, especially women. During his V103 interview, he pointed out that veteran comedians like Luenell and Melanie Camarco had put in years of work but never received the same recognition. He criticized the industry for prioritizing marketability over true talent and called out the double standards that push certain entertainers forward, not because of their skills, but because they fit a specific mold. He argued that Tiffany's success wasn't entirely about her talent, but about her willingness to play Hollywood's game. One of Katt's more controversial claims was that Tiffany's rise was tied to how real she seemed while playing into stereotypes Hollywood finds profitable. He suggested that her career moved forward quickly because she accepted roles that fit into those narratives, but at the cost of genuine artistic respect.
No, I was not dancing for Michael Jordan. He was sitting next to my homegirl, right? And I was dancing for her. It was her birthday, a celebration. And I was telling her, "Get up, come on, let's dance." And she's like, "No, no, no." And I'm like, "Get your up, get your old ass up, let's dance, let's dance." And she's like, "No." So then I started dancing.
Well, let's look at the
for
video
her.
and we will
Watch it
decide
all the
what
way
was going
through.
on
See,
here.
I'm not
Now
talking to
that's
him.
Michael right
And
there.
he's laughing at me talking to her. I start dancing. That's his wife sitting next to him. I don't know who that is that's filming.
Did Michael Jordan like it?
He was laughing really hard. I said hi to him. I talked to his wife. I asked her if she could teach me her ways. Please teach me
What do
your
you
ways.
mean by that?
She got a Jordan. I want one too.
I see. Oh, yeah.
I want one
They're
too.
really only...
This resonated with many who believe the entertainment industry uses authenticity as a buzzword while sidelining those who don't conform. It raises an important question. Was Tiffany simply doing what was necessary to survive in the industry, or did she lean too much into Hollywood's expectations at the expense of her craft? Recently, Tiffany tried to address some of the controversies surrounding her career during an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. She spoke about the Usher concert incident, where she danced near Michael Jordan and shared a viral tongue-out moment with Usher. She dismissed it as a playful celebration with a friend and used her usual humor to lighten the moment. Reactions to her explanation were mixed. Some fans appreciated her openness and praised her for staying true to herself, while others felt she was avoiding accountability and brushing off behavior they found embarrassing. The interview wasn't just about damage control, it was her way of taking back control of her story. But did it work? Some viewers felt she was still the same down-to-earth Tiffany they loved from Girls Trip, while others questioned if her charm was enough to keep people invested in her career. This brings the conversation back to Katt Williams. His 2018 comments now seem eerily accurate. He didn't just criticize Tiffany's skills, he pointed out how Hollywood manufactures success and favors marketability over substance. With every controversy and underwhelming project, fans are reminded of his words. His argument wasn't just about Tiffany, but about an industry that shapes talent to fit a specific image while ignoring those who don't. Tiffany now faces the challenge of balancing the charisma that made her famous with the need to evolve beyond stereotypes and controversies. For her, redemption isn't just about explaining past mistakes, it's about proving she can stay relevant in an industry that moves fast. What do you think? Was Katt Williams right about Tiffany Haddish and the entertainment industry? Or has she been unfairly judged? Share your thoughts in the comments below. One thing's clear, when Katt Williams speaks, people listen, and sometimes he's spot on.